EA Sports. It's in the game.
I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to a sold-out Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey for tonight's main event. 12 rounds of welterweight action between Emanuel Augustus and the hitman Ricky Hatton. Emanuel Augustus is on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one. Lots of confidence. Ricky Hatton's making his way to the ring right now, puffing out his chest, glaring with those eyes, and taking a big stride to his destination of glory.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Emanuel Augustus. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, Ricky the Hitman Hatton.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up and let's go.
Opening round here, scheduled for 12. How do you define consistency when you describe the fact that among this matchup you're looking for guys to be more consistent? Which guy's going to be more consistent? How do you define that?
Just in one area. When they get inside, for example, Joe, every once in a while somebody takes a little bit of a break. Yeah, there's working, but all of a sudden one guy's arm goes behind the other guy. I'm looking to see who keeps both hands free.
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Good block by Augustus. There it is! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. He's in bad shape. He's on wobbly legs.
Come on,
Teddy,
now.
he's got to tie up.
If he can. See, that's up to his opponent, Joe. It's not automatic that he's going to get what he wants to tie up. If his opponent steps back a little bit, he can keep this offense going and end his night.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Hard to believe that they can keep up this pace, but who cares? It's so entertaining while it lasts. Halfway through this round here. Hatton comes from a family of soccer players. In fact, his grandfather and his father were part of the Manchester City team, and Ricky himself was put down that path originally, Teddy, but things didn't pan out, and he stumbled across and was inspired by the sport of boxing, stumbling across a boxing gym, and for the better. Good decision.
Yes, it is. And, you know, that's one of the things that the old-time trainers used to tell me. With boxing, there's a weight class, there's a place for everybody. Size has nothing to do with it. You can be a world champ.
Augustus blocks it away. Nice strike after catching one by Ricky Hatton. Excellent counter punch by Hatton. 10 seconds to go in this round. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Timing you. Every time you come in, I want to see that double jab. Double jab right, okay? Listen, speeches in.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
And a good counter by Ricky Hatton. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. There are those who have said that Ricky Hatton's a little bit of a dirty fighter, that he knows some of the tricks of the trade and takes advantages of it.
Why? Just because every once in a while an elbow will touch you a little bit and a forearm, you know, will go up into the bridge, you know, just by accident a little bit. Look.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments.
Come on, keep busy, guys. Come on now. Come on, come on. Keep...
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. A good block by Ricky Hatton. Where there's a spot that his opponent doesn't want to be in, you see him backing him up against the ropes. Able to dismiss that body shot. Well, that's exactly what you should be doing on the inside. If you want to punch and you need space, do what you have to do to get that space. He's pushing him around. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Pulls the trigger fast. Not able to land the headshot. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Hatton. It's a good counter by Augustus. Final 10 seconds. Good block by Augustus. Nice counter punch by Emanuel Augustus. So we come to the end of the round. And that was a round that was very productive for him. Now he heads back to his corner. And they're going to try to repeat the success they just had, I'm sure.
Yes, he hurt his opponent there. He's going to want to go back to what he was doing and remember what set up those big shots.
Listen, you need to move your head more, side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Let's get on that swelling. Compress on that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
Blocks that punch. Good counter by Augustus. How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up his mind. They're not taking him anywhere.
What does a fighter need to do to really build the foundation of a great career?
Well, first of all, they have to have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn, and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. And they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people wrong.
Blocks away that headshot. You see guys do this all the time, a little shove off there to create some space on the inside and get your punches off. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Well, that's exactly what you should be doing on the inside. If you want to punch and you need space, do what you have to do to get that space. He's pushing him around. You see, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Emanuel Augustus is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch.
Throw him off with some head. That's it. Throw him off with head movements. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of the swelling. You have to start throwing more in volume in there. Throw in volume. Get the compress on. Get the compress on that. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
Here we go with the fourth round. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Hatton. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
Nice counter punch by Emanuel Augustus. We saw Ricky Hatton rise to prominence, getting through some of the B-level guys among the 140 pounders. Guys like Joe Hutchinson, Cool Vince Phillips, and Ben Tackey, and Mike Stewart, and Super Ray Oliveira. But his coming out party, I mean, his big moment was the upset of Kostya.
Yeah, you know, and it was an upset in a lot of dimensions. Not just that he won, he was the underdog going in there, even though it was on home turf, but a huge, huge upset that the way he won. Kostya basically gave up. he was broken down by the relentless style of Hatton.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Ricky Hatton. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Parries that punch intended for the head. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. 1 minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh boy, what a round. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Augustus able to land the counter punch. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Ricky Hatton. Ten seconds to go in the fourth. Blocks away that headshot. Very clean offense from defense by Hatton. Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
Double up on your punches. Double up your body punches, then hand. We'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
Another round. Will it go in another one-way direction? It's been a one-sided fight so far tonight. Emanuel Augustus able to land the counter punch. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Boy, you gotta love being his opponent, right? You come into a fight like this tonight, you're so worried about getting off your punches, landing accurate punches. Well, here it is. Not gonna move the head at all. Come and get it.
No, you just have to worry about you don't hurt your hands. You better hope that you wrap them real good because you're banging the nugget all night long.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Emanuel Augustus. He just missed that shot up top. This is just perfect. I mean, just what I want to see when I come to the fights. Sign me up for this kind of a brawl any day of the week.
You know, it's unbelievable. You feel like you've already witnessed an entire war, but you're reminded it's only one of the battles. We still have many more to go.
What a fight. What a great non-stop action fight this has been. A stinging counter punch after some fine defense by Ricky Hatton. Pulls the trigger fast. Emanuel Augustus has shown us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Blocks that belt line well. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Let's work. Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round. Get on that. Get on that.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Ricky Hatton's cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Gets rid of that body shot. Blocks that punch. Good block by Augustus. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Teddy, this is not a good sign because Ricky Hatton is where he wants to be on the inside, but the fight's not going his way.
No, and he might have to do something you alluded to that he's never done before. Find a way to win on the outside.
Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Well, that's exactly what you should be doing on the inside. If you want to punch and you need space, do what you have to do to get that space. He's pushing him around. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Blocks that belt line well. Ricky Hatton's in a real tough spot now. There's no doubt about it that the eye has worsened. That cut is really looking ugly right here. What does he have to think about right now? Is it time to just take the realization that, hey, this fight could end at any moment?
Yeah, well, there's two things to that. First of all, the cutman's done his job. He's put the coagulants in there. Now he has to give them time to work. He's got to be elusive. He can't get hit on it for a little while. But also, he has to find a way for offense to stem the tide to keep the opponent from just walking right in.
I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this fella.
Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? Able to dismiss that body shot. Emanuel Augustus has got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. You see guys do this all the time. A little shove off there to create some space on the inside to get your punches off. Both men digging in with uppercuts. Emanuel Augustus is doing good damage with the combination punching.
Well, right there's a good example of the benefit of combination punching. You miss the first or the second, the third and the fourth, they land.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Way to protect the midsection. Emanuel Augustus is in control of this fight, Teddy. Sometimes you can just look at it and see it as clear as day. He's ahead on the scorecards.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard too. But right now, he can't afford to coast because this guy is still dangerous. He has to still stay on his P's and Q's.
Says right back with the left hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. Wow! Ricky Hatton's almost out of it there. He was stunned. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Nice. Keep it up. This guy never felt people like this. Keep the pressure up. Jab your way, okay? Whatever you do, throw that jab.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Able to get rid of that one. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Parries that punch intended for the head. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Augustus blocks it away. Emanuel Augustus blocks that punch. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Nice block. Oh, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Ricky Hatton. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Jump on it. Yes. Listen, he's done. He's done. I'm going to double up on that jab and finish off with a hook. Okay. One, two.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. A good block by Ricky Hatton. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Blocks that belt line well. That hook was well off the mark. Emanuel Augustus is making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set, doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
Head stunned, and he is hurt. Teddy, he's wobbling all over the ring.
You know, Joe, he can't use his legs right now, so he wishes, and it's too late for it because he wasn't taught, but he wishes he was a guy who was taught how to slip right in front of a guy and make the guy miss. Then at least he could do that. Right now, his only chance is to grab because the legs are not going to be there for him.
Good block by Augustus. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Ricky Hatton. Augustus blocks it away. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Ricky Hatton. Boy, he's frustrating his opponent here. He's hurt, he's damaged, and he's got him just chasing him around the ring.
And maybe might get an opportunity, believe it or not, as hurt as he's been, to maybe catch his opponent getting a little reckless, walking in.
Legs look shaky. He was hurt.
Punch it out. Punch it out.
Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Very tight. If you miss, we'll take care of the swelling. Just focus on the fight and we'll take care of the swelling.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. A little defense turns to offense by Hatton. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Very clever move there. Little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton. Holy cow! Ricky Hatton's in a bad place right now. He was tagged. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Ricky Hatton's in bad shape.
Come on now.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Boy, what guts. What guts to stay in there and gather yourself again after he was taking a beating.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky Hatton stunned and staggered. Oh, Ricky Hatton got hurt there, and now he's tying up.
Punch
He's
it
not
out.
used
Punch
to
it
this.
out.
He's used to being on the other end of this equation where he's the one doing the hurting. Right now, he's going to have to figure out very quickly how he survives.
Oh! Ricky Hatton stunned, and he is hurt.
All right, come on now. Come on, work it out. Work it out. See some punches here.
Boy, he is shaky right there. He is on shaky ground in the ring right now. And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright. Wow! Ricky Hatton stunned, and he is hurt.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now. Keep busy.
And you can see he wanted to do that as he holds on.
Come on, work it out.
He was stunned, but now he's surviving. Now that's some fine work right there by Hatton. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Nice blocks by Ricky Hatton. Where there's a spot that his opponent doesn't want to be in. You see him backing him up against the ropes. So here we are at the end of the round. And this is the only chance these guys get to not throw at each other.
Yeah, this is a break. You know, a lot of times fighters find their own way of taking breaks during the fight, during the round. These guys really need this minute rest.
Breathe, tired, and real smooth. Listen, done.
Here we are, the start of a new round, but it's the action that was put forth in a damaging way in the last round that's carrying over the storyline here. He's in prime position to end this fight now.
Yeah, he is, and I think that right now his opponent is probably thinking about another line of work. So if he jumps on him, maybe he removes this guy.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Ricky Hatton. Protecting his head well with his guard. Oh, Ricky Hatton's been stunned. Oh, and there you go. Ricky Hatton's gone down. How will he recover from this? Hatton able to rise up to his feet. But what does the immediate future hold for him?
Well, he only has a couple seconds to figure it out.
Clearly bothered by that punch, and he's looking to clinch.
He spent a lot of time, Hatton has, going to school where he's learned offense. Right now, he's got a quick lesson to learn. How to survive, how to come up with defense.
There it is! Ricky! And for the second time tonight, he goes down. Hatton find a way. He went down and now beating the count and looking to continue and survive. Unbelievable. Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The ref is stopping this fight. Emanuel Augustus is going to be partying tonight. A knockout victory.
By way of knockouts, your winner, Emanuel Augustus.
Emanuel Augustus is your winner by knockout.
I feel like I just read a book. You know, I know a little bit more about this guy now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Always enjoy you tuning in. We'll see you next time at the fights. Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Boardwalk Hall in the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between James Lights Out Toney and Eddie Chambers. James Lights Out Toney's on his way to the ring. Boy, he looks confident. We've seen it many times with him through the years, but tonight, he's bubbling with confidence. Eddie Chambers is on his way to the ring. You can see it in his eyes. You just know he's got that feeling tonight.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome James Lights Out Toney. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, first, Eddie Chambers.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's have a good, clean fight.
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by James Toney. Blocks that punch. Toney able to land the counter punch. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Both these guys guys obviously hopeful that their cut men will be up to the task tonight. What does it take to be a great cut man?
And you know, that's a great question. First of all, you better have the right coagulants, the right chemicals, the right medications in that corner. Avatine, adrenaline, and you have to have Vaseline where you can put it on it. But the most important thing, you have to be calm. You can't panic. And you have to put pressure on that cut, just the right amount of pressure, and then you put those medicines in it, and then you better have a fighter that can give you a round or two. He can move around and not get caught right away. Give the medicine a chance to work.
Great movement to get away from those punches. Fast Eddie Chambers is doing a good job there. He has a great sense of his identity. He knows he's got to fight on the outside, and creating that space is the way to do it. Both men trading hooks. Good exchange, scoring well with the right hands. Able to dismiss it. They both decide to bring it. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Last 10 seconds of this first round. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
If you're standing straight up, move that body. You need to move that body more. Listen, you need to put your thumb. Throw my punches to the back.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Good way to protect the midsection. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Toney able to block it away. Oh! On the receiving end of a big and accurate hook that wasted no time. Not able to land the headshot. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by James Toney. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Halfway through round number 2. Able to dismiss that body shot.
Keep the head moving.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Eddie Chambers. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one.
Keep moving.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. So the end of the round. And now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let them fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Don't stand in front of it. Let's get on that swelling. Compress off that.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Eddie Chambers with a nice-looking counter punch. Fast Eddie Chambers, his favorite punch is the jab, and tonight, he's loving it.
Well, the jab is the table setter, Joe, and he set a beautiful table tonight. Napkin on the left, you know, small fork on the left, knife on the right, and the food right in the middle. And he's eating all night.
You taking some English etiquette classes?
You getting hungry?
Blocks that punch. The exchange was something special. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. A minute to go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Oh, what an exchange. Fast Eddie with a good block. Chambers able to land the counter punch. What a chin. Can you believe the shots this guy's absorbing?
And more importantly, can his opponent believe it? You know what? You want to hit a guy, so you figure that that's a good thing, that's an encouraging thing. This is a case where his opponent might get discouraged just by seeing his guy take those kind of shots.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by James Toney. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a nonstop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
All right, listen. You need to create more punch, okay? Slip this punch and squash. Right down the middle. Your jab works good when you use it. You don't use it enough.
Here we go with the fourth round. the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Able to cover up that gut. Good block by... There it is! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
Come on now, work it out.
Eddie Chambers with a nice-looking counterpunch. Eddie Chambers is employing a strategy that works really well for him. He's staying outside, he's utilizing that jab, and he's scoring when he can.
Yeah, he's recognizing the deficiencies of his opponent. He's got a slow...
Oh, and there you go. He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck and... Oh, that's gotta hurt. He goes down. Now he's got to beat the count of 10. Up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Wow! And he comes right back with the headshot. James Toney's committed to that counter-punching very early on here in this fight, and that can pay off as the night continues.
Well, it's paying off right now because you see that his opponent now is getting a little worried about letting his hands go, because every time he does, he doesn't find anything, and he finds something coming back at him.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by James Toney. James Toney with a nice counter punch. Nice strike after catching one by James Toney. Toney able to land the counterpunch. Round comes to an end. We saw the knockdown there in that round. A little bit of a momentum gainer.
Yeah, obviously it gives you confidence, but you know what? It can also be a momentum killer, believe it or not.
How so?
Joe, I've had guys where the worst thing that happened to them in a fight was when they scored the knockdown, because they thought it was just going to keep happening. And they thought about only the punch they landed, not how they set it up. So they got away from the game plan.
You're not working on anything you work on. You're not double jabbing. You gotta work this kid. You understand? You gotta work at it.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he...
Holy cow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. James Toney's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him.
All right, punch
now the tide is turned.
Good things come to those who wait, or those who...
Oh, that uppercut absolutely rocked him. Well, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. Toney able to land the counterpunch. Nice counter by Toney. Great pace to this fight, Teddy. These guys are not coming out of fifth gear. Nobody's slowing down.
No, they're fighting a 6th, 7th, and 8th gear.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. A headshot blocked. Fast Eddie Chambers is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Boy, he's really working well on the outside, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing a great job of disciplining himself. You know, we talk about power, we talk about speed, we talk about all those virtues, but just controlling himself and making sure he controls the distance, a distance that's got him winning the fight.
Looking right hand after he got hit. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
So we come to the end of the round, and that was a round that was very productive for him. Now he heads back to his corner, and they're going to try to repeat the success they just had, I'm sure.
Yes, he hurt his opponent there. He's going to want to go back to what he was doing and remember what set up those big shots.
Carry it away, you catch it. Got that? It's going to happen. You're going to catch it. You're going to catch it. The swelling is nothing. Just focus on the...
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Good way to protect the midsection. Toney able to land the counterpunch. James Toney's opponent's probably looking at him right now saying, wow, you're not changing anything up. You know, he got to him moments ago. Now he's got the same style that he's looking at again.
Yeah, but he got to him moments ago. Got to him one time. I think right now it's too early to all of a sudden throw everything out the window. But look for an adjustment if things don't change. If he can't get away from those punches, if he keeps having problems, he gets stunned again, then you might have to look for a change. You might have to make a change if you're going to survive.
Relax.
James Toney's showing that he doesn't have any head movement defensively whatsoever. What else is there, Ted?
Well, there's legs. Start using your legs a little bit. Get out of range. One way or the other, get out of the other man's talking place.
Halfway through this round. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Eddie Chambers is showing us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Fast Eddie Chambers is doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent. You know, I wonder if he's taking his man lightly because he is up on the scorecards, but you can see that he is being pressured and pushed.
You know, he's in there with a real solid guy. I don't think he's taking him lightly. It's just that he's in there in the kind of waters he's never been before, deep waters, and he's swimming harder than he's ever had to swim before.
Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Listen, I'm not understanding. Take those shots, you understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. Nice work.
And we are underway with the second half of this fight. James Toney with a nice counter punch. There it is! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. James Toney's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Nice counter by Toney. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Able to dismiss that body shot. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Blocks that belt line well. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by James Toney. He missed with that headshot. James Toney's box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep throwing to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Eddie Chambers with a nice-looking counter punch. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Eddie Chambers has got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Okay, side to side. Lean to the side, then boom! Counter punch. Keep busy.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. James Toney with a block punch there. Eddie Chambers with a nice looking counter punch. Fast Eddie Chambers is doing a nice job being comfortable on the outside. James Toney with a nice counter punch. Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Come on, get moving. Keep moving.
Good block by James Toney. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by James Toney. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in. Toney able to block it away. Nice strike after catching one by Eddie Chambers. Seconds to go here in this round. Very nice defensive guard there. Took a shot, now he gives a left. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by James Toney. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
I want to see that counter off. Make him pay for his mistakes. Okay, listen. Body in hand, body in hand. Double with your body punches in hand.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Eddie Chambers. Nice block. Chambers blocks it away. Chambers blocks it. James Toney with a nice counter punch. He has reached that point in the fight where his only chance is to cash in and hit lotto here. He needs that grand slam, that big knockout punch, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he doesn't have a pen in his hand where he can fill out the numbers, but he does have a couple fists. And what he's going to have to do is find a specific place to aim a shot. Look for one moment, one spot.
Toney with a nice counter punch.
Work the body, kid. In and out, in and out.
Solid right hands headline that exchange.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now, keep busy.
Great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Eddie Chambers. Good way to protect the midsection. Of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
You need to capitalize on these mistakes, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make it pay for the mistakes. Don't worry about it. The swelling is...
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far.
Protect yourself!
Toney's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Eddie Chambers blocks it away.
Use your feet.
Wow. Oh, and he goes down again. Will he get up from this? But able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Up off the deck and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turned it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
You're going to find out exactly what he's made of.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Toney able to land the counter punch. James Toney's got to understand that he's trailing in these scorecards, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, but he also has to understand a way to turn it around. He has to try to zero in on one shot that could give him a chance to turn this around.
But if it hasn't been there all night, how's it going to show up out of left field?
You know, I think that it is there. He just has not taken advantage. Every once in a while, his opponent, when he steps back with his hands down. What you have to do now is look for that shot right behind him where he's going to walk into it.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. End of that round, and the knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, the fighter who was floored, how do you treat him? Do you go soft on him when he comes back, or do you get right in his face? What's the way to approach it?
You have to know your fighter. You have to know the temperament of your fighter. Some guys, you know, they just kind of crawl up into a ball, and they don't come out of it if you get too strong with them. Other guys, they react well to that. So you got to know what he reacts to, first of all. And the most important thing, you have to get information. Why did he get dropped? You had your right hand down, you got hit the hook. Get your right hand up. You'll be okay.
Combo.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by James Toney. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by James Toney. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. James Toney with a block punch there. Nice counter by Toney. James Toney sticking to his game plan, regardless of the fact that he's been down in this fight. Wow! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. James Toney's showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. So the end of the round, and now a chance to put the pieces back together. He got stunned in that last round.
Yeah, well, he has to get those birds out of his head right now. You know, open that cage up and let them fly out there. And the best way to do that is find out why he got stunned. What did he get hit with?
Deep breath, stay with me. have to do more to win this fight. Let's get on that swell. Get the compress on that.
12th and final round. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Come on, side to side.
James Toney's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Fast Eddie Chambers is leaving himself wide open there. You just can't do that.
Well, you can do it, but you're going to get paid. You're going to eat some leather. You're going to get punched in the mouth. That's going to happen.
Nice counter by Toney. Good job protecting himself. Toney able to land the counter punch. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Eddie Chambers with a nice looking counter punch.
Keep moving.
He was able to get up and continue on last time. Now he goes down again. Able to get up to his feet after that knockdown, but Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Keep working the body.
Carries that punch away. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
Eddie Chambers blocks it away. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
Well, which way did it go? That is the question everybody wants the answer to. The man with the answer is standing in the ring, and here he is. Chambers is your winner by unanimous decision. All three judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
Yeah, good one for the fans. Glad you tuned in to see it with us. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas saying thanks for being with us.